Good afternoon, everyone. I would like to call this meeting of the Nevada Youth Legislature to order. Thank you all for being here today and welcome to this meeting of the Nevada Youth Legislature. Before we get started, I would like to ask Ms. Ashdown to please call the roll.
Youth Legislator Bentham.
Present.
Youth Legislator Bhatnagar.
Present.
And I said that wrong, didn't I?
No, you said it right.
Okay. Youth Legislator Boulware.
Present.
Youth Legislator Craver.
Present.
Youth Legislator Dimison.
Present.
Youth Legislator Kington.
Present.
Youth Legislator Krieger.
Present. Sorry about that. Had an issue with unmuting for a second.
That's okay. Youth Legislator Laura.
Present.
Youth Legislator Lyle.
Present.
Youth Legislator Macababid. Youth Legislator Miller.
Present.
Youth Legislator Price. Youth Legislator Ragas. Youth Legislator Reyes. Youth Legislator Seddon.
Present.
Youth Legislator Thornton.
Present.
Youth Legislator Thurgood.
Present.
Youth Legislator Walker.
Present.
Youth Legislator Wong.
Present.
Vice Chair Greenstein.
Present.
Chair Moss.
Present.
And I'm going to go through a few. Youth Legislator Macababid. It looks like she's logged on. Can we see her on camera? There she is. Are you having trouble with your mute and unmute, Youth Legislator Macababid? Hi. All right, I'm going to put you here as present. Do we have Youth Legislator Price? Youth Legislator Ragas? Youth Legislator Reyes? Perfect way to deal with it, Youth Legislator Macababid. We can use the chat function to get your responses. Thank you. And that's it for the roll call, Chair Moss.
Thank you, Ms. Ashdown. I would like to inform everyone that this virtual meeting and training is being recorded. Please remember to leave your cameras on unless you need to step away for a moment. Also, please remember to unmute your microphone when you speak and mute your microphone when you are not speaking. This will prevent background noises from disrupting our meeting. At this time, if anyone would like to provide public comment, please remember to identify yourself for the record. To ensure that everyone has an opportunity to speak, I would like to ask anyone speaking during public comment to keep their comments to no more than 3 minutes and try to avoid repeating comments that have been made by a previous speaker. Remember that there will also be another period for public comment at the end of this meeting.
Chair, the line is open and working. However, we currently have no callers for public comment at this time.
Thank you, broadcast. It appears we do not have anyone who is prepared to provide public comment at this time. So we will move on to the next portion of our meeting. Our next agenda item is the swearing in of new youth legislators. If I mispronounce your name, I apologize, and please do not be afraid to correct me. Jackson Bentham was appointed by Senator Canizaro. I think that's correct. To represent the youth of Senate District 6. And Stella Thornton was appointed by Senator Tatro to represent the youth of Senate District 16. At this time, I will turn the meeting over to Senator Weiner for the oath of office.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chair. To our two incoming youth legislators, I will ask you to repeat after me so that you vocalize your oath. And so and please state your name.
I, Stella Thornton,
I, Jackson Bentham,
Do solemnly affirm that I will support
do solemnly swear I affirm that I will support,
protect and defend the Constitution and government
protect, and defend the Constitution and government
of the United States
of the United States
and the Constitution and government of
and the Constitution and government of
the state of Nevada
the state of Nevada
against all enemies,
against all enemies,
whether domestic or foreign,
whether domestic or foreign,
and that I will bear true faith,
and that I will bear true faith,
allegiance, and loyalty
allegiance, and loyalty
to the same.
to the same,
Any ordinance, resolution, or law
any ordinance, resolution, or law
of any state notwithstanding,
of any state notwithstanding,
and that I will well and faithfully perform
and that I will well and faithfully perform
all the duties of the office
all the duties of the office
of Nevada Youth Legislator,
of Nevada Youth Legislature,
on which I'm about to enter,
on which I'm about to enter,
under the pains and penalties of perjury.
under the pains and penalties of perjury.
Congratulations to our two new youth legislators. We welcome you. Hugs, hugs, hugs. And we look forward to working with you through this amazing journey together. Thank you, Mr. Chair, for the privilege of swearing in our two newest youth legislators.
Thank you, Senator Weiner. Welcome to the Nevada Youth Legislature, Youth Legislator Bentham and Youth Legislator Thornton. I'm super excited to see you all here. Congratulations, and we're happy to have you here.
Thank you, Chair.
Our last meeting was held on February 3rd, 2022. Copies of the minutes have been provided to you. I will accept a motion to approve the minutes. Would anyone like to make that motion?
Motion to approve the minutes.
Thank you. Youth Legislator Lyle, correct?
Correct.
Thank you. Youth Legislator Lyle has moved to approve the minutes of our last meeting held on February 3rd, 2022. Is there a second to this motion?
Moss, I second.
Youth Legislator Dimison, was that you?
It would be both Youth Legislator Makababad and myself.
Thank you. Youth Legislators Dimison and Makababad have seconded the motion. Is there any discussion on the motion or regarding the minutes? If there is no discussion, we will move on to the vote. I'll take a vote on the motion now. All those in favor of the motion to approve these minutes, please signify by saying aye.
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 All those opposed, please signify by saying nay. The motion carries unanimously and the minutes are approved. Next on our agenda is an update from Youth Legislator Boulware. At the last meeting, we selected Youth Legislator Boulware to consult with the Nevada Association of Student Councils on the selection of a student to serve on the State Board of Education. Youth Legislator Boulware will now give us a report on how that went. Whenever you're ready, Youth Legislator Boulware.
Can you guys hear me? Okay.
Yes, we can.
Okay. On March 6th, I had the great opportunity to meet with members of NASC, or the Nevada Association of Student Councils. There were 5 of us that attended the meeting, and we reviewed 5 students who had applied to be student members of the Nevada State Board of Education. Each potential candidate was required to give a resume, responses to a questionnaire with 5 questions. They had to have 3 letters of rec and a Flipgrid video of themselves about why they wanted to be nominated. Before the meeting, we made notes about each of these candidates and picked our top choices. And during the meeting, we compared our individual notes about each candidate and took a vote, narrowing it down to our top 3 candidates. We then placed a final vote for our first and second choices and ended up nominating 2 female candidates, one from Durango High School and the other one from Bonanza High School. Both of these females were very impressive, and I think they'll both make great additions to the Nevada State Board of Education.
Thank you, Youth Legislator Boulware. That brings me to agenda item 6, which is the election of the chair and vice chair of the NYL for the second year of the 2021-2023 term. It has been my great pleasure to serve as your chair over the last year. My current term as chair of the Nevada Youth Legislature expires on May 31st, 2022, as does Youth Legislator Greenstein's term as vice chair. I would like to thank Senator Wiener and Tina Ashdown for the amazing support and help they have given me and Vice Chair Greenstein over this last year. It has been an amazing opportunity, and I couldn't be more thankful for it. Therefore, we need to select the chair and vice chair who will serve from June 1st, 2022. Sorry, I'm getting a chat from Tina. Okay, thank you, Tina. I'll keep that in mind. Sorry. Therefore, we need to select a chair and vice chair who will serve from June 1st, 2022 to May 31st, 2023. Youth legislators Dimison, Krieger, and Seddon have expressed an interest in the position of chair. Unless there are any additional nominations, I would like to accept a motion at this time to accept the nomination of these youth legislators for the position of chair and close nominations.
Chair Moss, at this time, I motion to accept the nominations.
I have a motion from Youth Legislator Dimison. Is there a second?
I second.
I second.
Oh, wow, a lot. So Youth Legislator Seddon is on my screen. So for the record, I have a second from Youth Legislator Seddon and fellow youth legislators. All in favor of nominating Youth Legislators Dimison, Krieger, and Seddon for the position of chair and closing further nominations, please signify by saying aye.
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 All opposed, nay. The motion carries unanimously. We will take a roll call vote, and then we will take the 2 nominees who received the highest number of votes and do another roll call vote with just those 2 nominees. Before taking the vote, I will open it up for comments from our candidates for chair. We will begin with Youth Legislator Dimison. Please share your vision for the second year of the 2021-2023 Nevada Youth Legislator term.
Thank you, Chair Moss, for the recognition. Members of this legislature, my vision for not only the Nevada Youth Legislature, but for the state of Nevada's youth is to create young people who speak without fear. And the way that we do that is by leading through example. Thank you.
Thank you, Youth Legislator Dimison. Next, we will hear from Youth Legislator Krieger. Please tell us about your vision for the second year of the 2021-2023 NYL term.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for the opportunity to speak with you all today. Throughout the next year, I would like to build a stronger community within the NYL so we can collaborate seamlessly throughout the next year while proposing our bill. Thank you so much for your consideration.
Thank you, Youth Legislator Krieger. We will hear from Youth Legislator Seddon now. Please tell us about your vision for the second year of the 2021-2023 NYL term.
Thank you, Chair Moss. My vision for the second year of the 2021 to 2023 NYL term is meaningful collaboration and participation My goal is to facilitate a bill proposal that every single youth legislator feels they have contributed to and will be impactful in every community in Nevada and not just certain districts. Thank you.
Thank you, Youth Legislator Seddon. Does any youth legislator have any comments or questions before we take a vote? If there are none at this time, we will move on. Mrs. Ashdown, please take the vote.
Youth Legislator Bentham,
Patrick Don Dimison.
Youth Legislator Bhatnagar.
No worries. My vote would go to Youth Legislator Dimison.
Youth Legislator Boulware,
My vote is going to Legislator Dimison.
Youth Legislator Kraber,
My vote is also going to Youth Legislator Dimison.
Youth Legislator Dimison,
I'll be casting my vote towards Youth Legislator Seddon.
Youth Legislator Kington,
I will also be voting for Joseph Seddon.
Youth Legislator Krieger,
I would like to vote for Youth Legislator Dimison.
Youth Legislator Laura,
I would like to vote for Youth Legislator Seddon.
Youth Legislator Lyle,
I'll cast my vote for Youth Legislator.
can you say that again, please?
Yeah, sorry. I cast my vote for Youth Legislator Dimison.
Thank you. Youth Legislator Macababin,
I cast my vote towards Youth Legislator Krieger.
Youth Legislator Miller,
I'd like to cast my vote towards Youth Legislator Dimison.
Youth Legislator Price. Oh, you absent. Youth Legislator Rogast,
I would like to cast my vote for Youth Legislator Seddon.
Youth Legislator Reyes, absent. Youth Legislator Seddon,
I'd like to cast my vote for Youth Legislator Krieger.
Youth Legislator Thornton,
I would like to cast my vote for Youth Legislator Krieger.
Youth Legislator Thurgood,
I would like to cast my vote to Youth Legislator Seddon.
Youth Legislator Walker,
I'd like to cast my vote for Youth Legislator Dimison.
Youth Legislator Wong,
I would like to cast my vote for Youth Legislator Seddon.
Vice Chair Greenstein,
Youth Legislator Krieger, please.
Chair Moss.
I would like to cast my vote for Youth Legislator Dimison.
All right, Youth Legislator Dimison had 9 votes. Youth Legislator Krieger had 4, and Youth Legislator Seddon had 6.
Thank you, Ms. Ashdown. I will open it up for comments from Youth Legislator Dimison and Youth Legislator Seddon. We will begin with Youth Legislator Dimison. Please tell us why you are the best candidate for chair of the NYL.
Thank you, Chair Moss, for the recognition. Fellow youth legislators, I believe that I'm the best candidate for this office because I can guarantee that under my leadership, this body of youth will overcome any challenge in our future, that this body will overcome legislative deadlock, that this body will overcome silence, that this body will overcome adversity, and that this body will overcome. It's within our conviction. Thank you.
Thank you, Youth Legislator Dimison. Now we will hear from Youth Legislator Seddon. Please tell us why you are the best candidate for the chair of the NYL.
Thank you, Chair Moss. I believe I'm the best candidate for chair of the Nevada Youth Legislature during the second year of the 2021 to 2023 term. due to my values and skill sets that all center around serving others. I will strive to make every youth legislator feel included in the last year of our 2-year term, encouraging participation and engagement in every meeting while not coming across as forceful, pushy, or judgmental. I will use the leadership and collaboration skills I have developed through this program, as well as my other involvement in school leadership classes and other leadership roles, to lead each meeting and discussion to the best of my ability. As chair, I believe I will make the last year of our 2-year term beneficial and impactful to the fullest. Thank you.
Thank you, Youth Legislator Seddon. We will take another roll call vote to select either Youth Legislator Dimison or Youth Legislator Seddon to serve as chair. The member with the highest number of votes will serve as the chair. Before taking the vote, I will once again open the floor for discussion. Does any youth legislator have any comments or questions before we take a vote? If there are none at this time, we will move on. Ms. Ashdown, please take the vote.
Youth Legislator Bentham.
Youth Legislature Dimison, please.
Youth Legislator Butnager. Her mic isn't turning on, but she would like to vote for Youth Legislator Dimison. Youth Legislator Boulware.
I'd like to cast my vote to Youth Legislator Dimison.
Youth Legislator Craver.
I'd like to cast my vote to Youth Legislator Dimison, please.
Youth Legislator Dimison.
I'd like to cast my vote to Youth Legislator Seddon.
Youth Legislator Kington.
Youth Legislator Joseph Seddon.
Youth Legislator Krieger.
I would like to vote for Youth Legislator Dimison.
Youth Legislator Lara.
Youth Legislator Seddon.
Youth Legislator Lyle.
Youth Legislator Dimison.
Youth Legislator Macababad.
Youth Legislator Dimison, please.
Youth Legislator Miller.
I would like to cast my vote for Youth Legislator Dimison.
Youth Legislator Price. Absent. Youth Legislator Rogus.
I would like to cast my vote for Youth Legislator Seddon.
Youth Legislator Reyes. Absent. Youth Legislator Seddon.
I'd like to cast my vote for Youth Legislator Dimison.
Youth Legislator Thornton.
I'd like to cast my vote for Youth Legislator Seddon.
Youth Legislator Thurgood.
I would like to cast my vote for Youth Legislator Seddon.
Youth Legislator Walker.
I would like to cast my vote for Youth Legislator Dimison.
Youth Legislator Wong.
I would like to cast my vote for Youth Legislator Seddon.
Youth Legislator Greenstein.
Youth Legislator Seddon, please.
Chair Moss.
I would like to cast my vote for Youth Legislator Dimison.
Youth Legislator Dimison got 11 votes, and Youth Legislator Seddon got 8 votes.
Thank you, Ms. Ashdown. Youth Legislator Dimison will serve as chair of the Nevada Youth Legislature for the second year of the 2021-2023 term, and I just want to say congratulations and good work to all the candidates for, stepping up to run. Congratulations and good work to you all. We will now vote on the vice chair. Once again, we will take the 2 nominees who receive the highest number of votes and do another roll call vote with just those 2 nominees. And one moment, I have to pull up the script. It disappeared. That was given to me by our legal counsel. Youth legislators Lyle, Miller, and Wong have expressed an interest in the position of vice chair. Unless there are any additional nominations, I would accept a motion at this time to accept the nomination of these youth legislators for the position of vice chair and close nominations.
Chair Moss, I'd like to motion to accept these nominations and close anyone close any further nominations, Chair Moss.
Thank you, Youth Legislator Dimison. I have a motion from Youth Legislator Dimison. Is there a second?
I second that motion.
I second that motion.
A good amount of you seconded the motion. Youth Legislator Thurgood and company have seconded the motion. I have a second motion from Youth Legislator Thurgood and company. All in favor of nominating Youth Legislators Lyle, Miller, and Wong for the position of Vice Chair, please signify by saying aye.
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 All opposed, nay. The motion carries unanimously. Before taking the vote, I will open it up for comments from our candidates for Vice Chair. We will begin with Youth Legislator Lyle. Please share your vision for the second year of the 2021-2023 term of the Nevada Youth Legislature.
All right. Hello, everyone. I'm Youth Legislator Lyle, and I am very excited for our upcoming year. And I want to ensure that we all work together so we can collectively create meaningful change together through our bill proposal.
Thank you, Youth Legislator Lyle. Next, we'll hear from Youth Legislator Miller. Please tell us about your vision for the second year of the 2021-2023 NYL term.
Hi everyone, I'm Youth Legislator Miller and I'm so excited to be running for this position. I envision our second year filled with collaboration so that we can really maximize our impact on Nevada's community and make the most beneficial bill possible.
Thank you, Youth Legislator Miller. Lastly, we will hear from Youth Legislator Wong. Please tell us about your vision for the second year of the 2021-2023 NYL term.
Thank you so much. Together with all of you, my vision for the second year of the Nevada Youth Legislature is to be the support you can rely on when taking this remarkable moment in our lives to leave the world a better place than the world we were given, because I strongly believe that we, more than any other generation, are ready to take up this challenge. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Youth Legislator Wong. Does any youth legislator have any comments or questions before we take a vote?
Moss?
Yes, Vice Chair Greenstein.
I just want to say good luck to all of the candidates and comment that I've enjoyed being vice chair over the past few months, and I'm looking forward to somebody else having the opportunity.
Thank you, Vice Chair Greenstein. It has been an amazing honor to serve with you. And if there are no more questions or comments, we will move on. Mrs. Ashdown, please take the vote.
Youth Legislator Bentham.
I would like to cast my vote for Youth Legislature Lyle.
Youth Legislator Bhatnagar. Bhatnagar. Have we lost Youth Legislator Bhatnagar? Oh, she would like to cast her vote for Youth Legislator Lyle. Okay, Youth Legislator Boulware.
I would like to cast my vote for Youth Legislator Miller.
Youth Legislator Kraber.
I'd like to cast my vote to Youth Legislator Lyle, please.
Youth Legislator Dimison.
This was a very difficult decision, but I'll be casting my vote to Youth Legislator Lyle.
Youth Legislator Kington.
Youth Legislator Lauren Wong.
Youth Legislator Krieger.
I'd like to vote for Youth Legislator Lyle.
Youth Legislator Lara.
Youth Legislator Miller.
Youth Legislator Lyle.
Youth Legislator Miller.
Youth Legislator Macababin.
I'd like to cast my vote towards Youth Legislator Lyle.
Youth Legislator Miller.
I would like to cast my vote towards Youth Legislator Wong.
Youth Legislator Price. Oh, absent. Youth Legislator Rogest.
I would like to cast my vote for Youth Legislator Lyle.
Youth Legislator Reyes. Absent. Youth Legislator Seddon.
I'd like to cast my vote for Youth Legislator Wong.
Youth Legislator Thornton.
I'd like to cast my vote for Youth Legislator Lyle.
Youth Legislator Thurgood.
Youth Legislator Wong.
Youth Legislator Walker.
Youth Legislator Lyle.
Youth Legislator Wong.
I'd like to cast my vote for Youth Legislator Lyle.
Vice Chair Greenstein.
Youth Legislator Lyle.
Chair Moss.
I would like to cast my vote for Youth Legislator Lyle.
Youth Legislator Lyle received 12 votes. Youth Legislator Miller received 3, and Youth Legislator Wong received 4.
Thank you, Ms. Ashdown. I will open it up for comments from Youth Legislator Lyle and Youth Legislator Wong. We will begin with Youth Legislator Lyle. Please tell us why you are the best candidate for Vice Chair of the NYL.
I believe I am the best candidate because I'm a very open-minded person and I'm open to every and any idea, and I will foster an encouraging and also safe environment so we can all share our great ideas.
Thank you, Youth Legislator Lyle. We will now we'll hear from Youth Legislator Wong. Please tell us why you are the best candidate for Vice Chair of the NYL.
Thank you so much. One thing that makes me uniquely qualified to be the vice chair of this committee is having had the experience of being personally involved in writing a good bill and having it passed and signed into law by Governor Sisolak. But ultimately for me, I'm running for this position because I believe in the hope that all of us have to collaborate and fulfill the potential in each of us to make a positive difference together. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Youth Legislator Wong. We will take another roll call vote to select either Youth Legislator Lyle or Youth Legislator Wong to serve as Vice Chair. The member with the highest number of votes will serve as Vice Chair. Before taking the vote, I will once again open it up for discussion. Does any Youth Legislator have any comments or questions before we take a vote? If there is none at this time, I will move on. Ms. Ashdown, please take the vote.
Youth Legislator Bentham.
I would like to cast my vote for Youth Legislature Lyle.
Youth Legislator Buttnager.
Can everyone hear me?
Yes.
Okay. I would like to cast my vote to Youth Legislator Lyle.
Thank you. Youth Legislator Boulware.
I would like to cast my vote for Youth Legislator Lyle.
Youth Legislator Kraber.
I'd like to cast my vote to Youth Legislator Lyle, please.
Youth Legislator Dimison.
I'd like to cast my vote towards Youth Legislator Lyle.
Youth Legislator Kington.
Youth Legislator Lauren Wong.
Youth Legislator Krieger.
Sorry, I muted myself on accident. I would like to vote for Youth Legislator Lyle as well.
Youth Legislator Lara.
Youth Legislator Lyle as well.
Youth Legislator Lyle.
I'd like to cast my vote for Youth Legislator Wong.
Youth Legislator Macababin.
I'd like to cast my vote towards Youth Legislator Lyle. I think she's the best candidate for this position.
Youth Legislator Miller.
I'd like to cast my vote towards Youth Legislator Lyle.
Youth Legislator Price. Oh, absent. Youth Legislator Rogus.
I would like to cast my vote for Youth Legislator Lyle.
Youth Legislator Reyes. Absent. Youth Legislator Seddon.
I'd like to cast my vote for Youth Legislator Wong.
Youth Legislator Thornton.
I'd like to cast my vote for Youth Legislator Lyle.
Youth Legislator Thurgood.
I would like to cast my vote to Youth Legislator Wong.
Youth Legislator Walker.
I'd like to cast my vote for Youth Legislator Lyle.
Youth Legislator Wong.
I'd like to cast my vote for Youth Legislator Lyle.
Vice Chair Greenstein,
I'd like to vote for Youth Legislator Lyle.
Chair Moss.
I would like to cast my vote for Youth Legislator Lyle.
All right. Youth Legislator Lyle received 15 votes, and Youth Legislator Wong received 4.
Thank you, Ms. Ashdown. Youth Legislator Lyle will serve as Vice Chair of the Nevada Youth Legislature for the second year of the 2021-2023 term. I'd like to congratulate both our new Chair and Vice Chair, Youth Legislators Dimison and Youth Legislator Lyle. This is a great and awesome opportunity you have taken upon yourselves. So if you ever need anything, don't be afraid to reach out to me. And once again, congratulations and well done to all the candidates who put themselves out there today. Next, Senator Wiener will provide us with the information about the content to be included in the annual report from the Nevada Youth Legislature to the Governor and the Board of Directors for the cooperation for public benefit to administer the Nevada Youth Legislature. Senator Wiener, whenever you're ready.
Thank you, Chair. Appreciate it very much. And Youth Legislators, it's wonderful to be here with you again. In your packet, you would have received the annual report from 2019-2020. Historically, we provide the most recent annual report that mirrors the year that you've just experienced. One thing I want to point out about this particular report is that a portion of it would not mirror one, change some things around due to pandemic. However, this is the first time that we have created a completely different inaugural training that you've experienced. So the training that is represented in this particular annual report actually more closely mirrors what your training will be this August. So we've shifted it so that will mirror the report for next year. What you will see in the annual report is the chair, hopefully with the vice chair, the current ones will prepare the annual report. You can see what kind of information goes into it with the overview and summaries of meetings. We provide more detail. A lot of this will already be in your binders and the materials that we have sent to all of you, preparing you for each of the meetings. That's where we often, or the chair, the author, often gets the information from the agendas and also the minutes. So this is what it looked like 2 years ago, again, with the caveat that training will not mirror, your training will not mirror what this one looks like. That would be in the next annual report. This is an important document. We do follow Nevada revised statute requirements that this be provided to the parties that are listed in the statute. We also typically, historically, have provided the annual report to legislators so that they can see and experience what their program has been delivering to the students who represent their districts, as well as the youth of Nevada. So I'd be more than happy to invite any thoughts about what any of you might want to include in the annual report. I hope you've had an opportunity to review the one from 2 years ago, and that might have inspired you to think about something you would like to see in the report that represents your first year of your 2-year term in the Nevada Youth Legislature. So anyone, Mr. Chair, you can call on anyone who might have thoughts about what would go into it.
The floor is open if anyone wants to make comments of what to go or what goes in the annual report. The floor is open.
Mr. Chair, if I may add,
yes.
Members of the youth legislators, you will recall when Chair Moss ran for chair as Chair Demison now, this is the responsibility to actually author it and to prepare the document. We review it. You know, we will make sure that it it contains everything. I will edit it and review. But this is the chair's responsibility to craft this in a timely manner so that we can meet the statutory deadline. So any assistance or thoughts you might provide for Chair Moss, please feel free to offer that, because he will be responsible for actually authoring the document.
Oh, Youth Legislator Miller, I see your hand. Yes, you are recognized.
Thank you, Chair Moss. Maybe something about the town hall meetings that we hosted and the feedback from those?
Yes, absolutely. I'm going to take small notes of your ideas for this annual report, so don't mind me looking down if you're speaking. I apologize for that.
And Mr. Chair, for you and other youth legislators who are participating in this conversation, Senate Chair Weaver, it's been a long time since I chaired. One of the resources that you will use will be, again, the calendar from the first year. And that could also include the reports that have been provided, as well as, of course, town hall meetings, because that is one of the outside activities. So that, for the comfort of the youth legislators, that will be one of the resources that the chair will work with. Calendars, minutes, agendas, the documentation that has grown your first year in the program. So thank you for offering that. And that will be, along with other activities and reports, be included in information that he will have at his fingertips to include in the annual report. Thank you.
If I could add something really quick. I
Yes.
think, is my audio okay also? I apologize. Is it okay?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I think maybe as like youth legislators, we could share with Chair Moss some of like the important advice we've learned from all the senators and all the legislators that have talked to us at our different meetings and trainings.
Yes. That is a great idea, Youth Legislator Lyle.
Chair Moss.
So, Mr. Chair, one possible thing, and then I will step back. One idea might be that for each entry, you might share with the help of your colleagues for each of the specific, as you notice, we have dates and kind of summaries of everything you've experienced in terms of the meeting or the trainings. And so what you might consider, and your colleagues can certainly help you by providing suggestions, maybe something, if we do this, it would be nice to have something for each training, some bits of wisdom that might have been shared, and not leave any of them void of having and it could be the alumni too, the legislators and the alumni mentor trainers. And so my suggestion would be that if you're going to do this great suggestion, that there be at least one legislator and at least one alumni mentor trainer per meeting, so that we don't exclude one of them because it might look like nobody had anything wise to share. So I would suggest at least one mentor trainer and one legislator at least for each of the trainings, so that it's balanced, that they're all represented in the wisdom that you're seeking to include.
Yes.
Chair Moss, just to add on to Youth Legislator Miller and Lyle's point, when it pertains to advice, I think that a lot of us did struggle with our town halls, given a lot of us had a virtual format and attendance/participation was an issue. So if we could include a section specifically pertaining to maybe town hall participation, I think that would be the most useful for future legislators going through this program.
Absolutely. Just finish this up. Are there any more comments or any more things to add to the annual report? I do not see anybody who wants to be recognized. So if it is good with you, Senator Weiner, we'll move on to the next agenda item. So thank you, Senator Weiner, for that presentation. Very excited to draft the annual report. One of the things I've been looking forward to since September. So moving on, it is time for the second period of public comment. The same rules mentioned during the first period of public comment apply. If anyone would like to provide public comment, please remember to identify yourself for the record.
Chair, the public comment line is open and working, but there are no callers at this time.
Thank you, broadcast. It appears we do not have anyone who is prepared to provide public comment at this time, so we will move on to the next portion of our meeting. We are now ready to adjourn. Do any members have any final thoughts or comments before adjourning? If not, we will move on. This concludes our business for today. This meeting is now adjourned.